To love, to obsess, to stalk, to crave. The scariest holiday is Valentine's Day. Hey y'all, and welcome to Creepy Quills BookTube channel. Today we're going to be going over what I read for Valentine's Day. Skeleton Steve is joining me. He just broke up with his ghoul friend, so he's been drinking. And we also had a healthy discussion about how synonymous love and fear actually are, and how it delved into our horror reads. Think about it. They're both unpredictable, can strike at any time, can lead you to do things you normally wouldn't do, and become something you probably wouldn't normally become. It's kind of scary if you think about that. So first off, we have My Bloodiest Valentine, a paranormal Valentine anthology by Kit Morse, I believe, and various other authors. I didn't love every single story in this one, but two that stood out to me were Polymorphic Passion, which is about a shape-shifting stalker, and A Date with Death, which is about a girl who falls in love with death and will do anything to see him again. So those two were, right up my alley and stuff, but it did have a lot of smut in it. So if you're looking for that, then this might be right up your alley. And if you have Kindle Unlimited, I did get to read this for free. And then let's see. And then the next one I read was called Twisted Valentine. Now this one was very, very short. It was like 9 or 15 pages. And again, I got to read it for free with Kindle Unlimited. But it lived up to its title. It is about two best friends, Jay and Trent, I believe their names were. One is in a terrible relationship and is miserable. The other one is meeting a blind date. They are at a bar. And I don't want to give away too much because it's, like I said, it was only about 15 pages. But let's just say at the end of this one, my jaw dropped and then I laughed. So if you're looking for something, this definitely lived up to its title. It was definitely twisted. But I do recommend it. I thought it was hilarious and a nice surprise. And who doesn't want a surprise on Valentine's Day? And then let's see what I read next. Oh, look at that cover. So this one is another anthology. C.M. Wright and other various authors. Heart Attacks, a Valentine's Day anthology. But that cover was amazing. And again, I got to read this one for free. The one big complaint I do have about this book is it did need to go through another few rounds of editing. There was a lot of spelling mistakes and a few grammar as well. So that kind of threw me off. And again, in most anthologies, some stories were better than others. There was one, Heart Thief. A girl's going on her first date with a guy she met online, hoping she could finally give her heart away. But be careful what you wish for. So that one was good. And then what was it called? Blood Dance. Two best friends, Sarah and Justin, decide to spend Valentine's Day at a Valentine's Day themed haunted house. And they are in for a gory surprise. So that one I enjoyed as well. The gore was pretty cool. And then Carrie is about a boyfriend's obsession with his girlfriend gone too far. It kind of gave me You by, what was her name? Caroline Krebs vibes. But so if you liked that, you might like this one as well. It's a lot shorter, of course. And again, I got to read this for free. And so there's 3 on that. But like I said, this one, it was just the editing really, really threw me off. But overall, it was okay. And, for free. And then let's see what else Oh. This one was amazing. This one was a nice surprise. So, for all of you who love scary stories to tell in the dark, I recommend this one. Valentine Terror Tales, Scary Stories of Dark Romance by Kevin Folliard. It definitely gave me, it's like Scary Stories meets Valentine's Day. You have these very cool pictures, not as creepy as Scary Stories, but the stories, it wasn't smut, there wasn't a ton of gore, but they were creepy, and it was well written, and the stories either made you laugh, made you think. Like there's one about Cupid's curse. But I liked that it gave me a little bit of everything. Like, I got to laugh. I got to just think about what Valentine's Day means in some of them. And then in some of them, the person kind of gets their just desserts, so to speak, but in a love terror kind of way. So I actually highly recommend this one. This one turned out to be my favorite, even though by the cover you don't really know how well it's going to go. Is it going to be cheesy? Is it going to be ridiculous? But I actually highly recommend this one. This one was a lot of fun. But if you're looking for a lot of smut and stuff, you're not going to get that from this. But that I was looking for a little bit of everything, to be honest. Let's see. And then, so this one was actually a pleasant surprise. It looks very contemporary, so I wasn't, and I don't really like contemporary, so I kind of stood back from it, but I got to read it for free. The St. Valentine's Day Cookie Massacre by Elizabeth Crabtree. So this one is about a woman who is an investigative reporter, and because there isn't a, they're short on reporters, she has to be a, what do you call it, a food critic. And she's kind of ticked about it. Her character kind of reminds me of Lois Lane. She's that kind of reporter. So she goes into this baking food critic thing and makes quite a bit of enemies. And she goes to an opening of a bakery. And shortly afterward, there is a murder. And this all happens Valentine's Day. There is kind of a love story. She's sassy. It was funny. It was light. I mean, this wasn't gory at all or anything. But that's why I was surprised. I really liked it. Because it wasn't really what I was looking for. But I'm really glad I read it. And this is actually a series. So I do recommend this one. Again, I got to read this one for free as well. But this one, if you're looking for something that's sort of light, maybe has a little murder, mystery, cozy, it's sassy, it's funny. If you're looking for something like that, that's a quick read as well. And this does have a love story in it, like I said. Then I do recommend this one. Like, I'm going to continue this series. It was a lot of fun. And my last book to share with you is R.L. Stine's Broken Hearts. This is about a girl who is receiving threatening poems that she will die on Valentine's Day. And there's not a ton of extreme gore or anything. So if you're looking for something more light in that area and no smut, but romance, more of a thriller, then I recommend it. It's an oldie, but a goodie. It's a classic. And I love these covers. Well, that's it for my Valentine's Day reads. I think out of all of them, my favorites were the one that reminded me of Scary Stories, that anthology, and the Elizabeth Crabtree one, which honestly I'm pretty surprised about. I did not expect those to make the top of my list. But then again, Valentine's Day can give you unexpected surprises, can it? And thank you for sharing it with us. I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day and you spend it with your loved one, and that your heart remains intact, so to speak. Steve and I will be enjoying our wine, and I will be delving into some chocolates. Yes, I will share. Yum. What? Steve? What'd you do? You ate some already, and you just left them behind? Oh. Aw. He thought I would find it cute and creepy. That's actually really sweet and thoughtful of you. Happy Valentine's Day.